itself to lightweight and perform things such as astral projection, remote viewing from across the entire universe or galaxy. There is this thing called the anti-particle universe, and of course that is the universe where everything exists in its wave function as one ocean, infinite potential of energy, and then there is the particle universe. So as we go into these higher dimensions, part of the training is how to connect to the anti-particle universe, how to become one with the aspect of yourself that is connected to the unified force.
Beautiful.
And on the tip of the Earth being a toroidal field, I've done a bit of research into the hole in Antarctica up on the polar plateau, not too far away from the South Pole. And my colleague Brooks Agnew has some insight on the North Pole. So indeed, there is a physical element of that toroidal field. So now we want to hear what you guys have to say. If you raise your hand, I'll be like Jerry Springer and come running out. Right, here we go.
Question for Brooks Agnew. When you were building the spaceships, what kind of elements did you use? Did you use platinum, palladium, anything like this?
Iron is the most plentiful thing in the universe, and it doesn't matter how much things weigh in space. So they grabbed iron by asteroids, and they also use carbonaceous asteroids, which have organic materials in them, and they can make fuel, oxygen, water, oil, all kinds of lubricants and things from asteroids. And they also like to collect frozen methane and frozen water because they use them for fuel, heat, all kinds of other elements, because methane is just carbon. So
You're doing a talk on mining asteroids.
asteroid mining, the future of energy,
Super.
Sunday, I think.
Yep.
Yes, my staff keeps me straight. So in space, it really doesn't matter how much things weigh, because they have massive amounts of energy, and they're able to lift and capture giant pieces of rock in space. And the more asteroid stuff they use, the better, because that stuff's just free floating anyway. Most of the planets in the galaxy, in our galaxy anyway, are free floating. They don't orbit around suns, so they don't have any living life on the outside of them. Some of them have life on the inside of them, and that's a totally different existence. We're very lucky to be able to live on the outside of our spaceship, Earth. It's very rare. We have seen for effectively 10,000 light years in every direction. Not every direction in space, but a lot of directions in space. We use different methods to try to find Earth-like planets out there, and we haven't found any. We found big ones. If you don't mind weighing 600 pounds, I guess you could live on Earth like that. One thing we have discovered, though, is that our DNA is not originally from this Earth. We have a lot of things in our DNA that are not manifested on this planet because they're not needed on this planet. They were developed on other worlds. So the code that makes us up expresses itself in protein based upon the environment. Part of that environment is our soul, but the other part of the environment is the actual world we live on. And our genetic code is basically a wrecking yard of our eons of experience with bacteria and viruses. That's really why there are no alien races walking around on our planet. They cannot assimilate because the viruses and bacteria on our planet would destroy them in one generation. It took us thousands of generations to get to where we are on this planet. I think that's why we see a lot of UFOs, but they're as present as they want to be. And if they wanted to be more present, I don't think there's a damn thing anybody could do about it. And I'm awfully glad they haven't brandished their weapons.
And are you on Space Force? Are you a part of Space Force? Like the process?
In the sense that we build technology. Right now we're building CubeSats as fast as we can build them. These are about drink cooler sized satellite parks. They're kind of universal. We can use them for all kinds of things, for communication. We're building a set now to go to the moon to use for GPS, so we can navigate around on the surface of the moon. India just landed there. Their ship is asleep right now. Will be for a couple of weeks. We're crossing our fingers, hoping it will wake up because they don't have plutonium batteries on the ship. And it's only 20 degrees Kelvin on the south pole of the moon right now. So it's a crapshoot as to whether it wakes up or not. It'd be a tragedy if it didn't, because they're one of the successful ones to land on the south pole of the moon. And we'll see what happens. That's all part of my asteroid mining presentation.
Excellent. Who else got a question? Jerry Springer.
I am a firm believer in the stationary flat plane round right now. But put it aside, who on the panel will confirm or deny the build firmament?
What was the question? Who built the firmament? Okay, I can do it.
Yes, I can tell you the understanding of galactic history according to data bank of a few who built the firmament. The firmament technology, we call it ice layer 15,000 to 18,000 feet. Another layer is 35, 38,000 feet. And all the pyramid structure that you see, that's the technology that was built to hold up the firmament. It's like a beam of light projected from the ley line of the pyramid. It was built not by human civilization. It built by another civilization, become the Bora civilization several million years ago, because they were given the Gaia consciousness. Sophia was telling them to build that to create an environment that was conducive to support life. So this is the civilization that built the firmament. And then later the reptilian came and take over this fully conscious planet and and work on their project. And later the human came. So in our essence, human did not build that. So it was another advanced culture that was already from this planet and built it beside the cetacean dolphin whale family culture that always repaired the system. And then later the Lemuria took over the maintenance of the pyramid that hold up the firmament or the ice around the planet, the double layer. And after that, when Lemuria fell, the Atlantean took over. And now since the Atlantean government fell, they transport their elite toward Seta 1, Seta 2. And after that, according to historical data, right now the pyramid being maintained by the Anunnaki and their particular. The Anunnaki is not human; they are just in Lego. Long head, what's it called? Elongated. And so, thank you so much. Elongated, gray-looking being. They look like gray, but big, larger, except their head is elongated. So they the one that controlling all the people on your planet right now. Is the servants of the Anunnaki, a hybrid race. So therefore now hope that answer you who create the firmament around your planet that keep cosmic radiation from entering. And you know what cosmic radiation do to the human body. 30 feet human being can be shrunk because it affected thymus gland right here in the chest. It can shrink, and therefore you lose psychic ability, you lose longevity. The human lifespan of the time is always 1,000 years or more. But after the firmament fell due to the war, the Atlantean, the Egyptian Atlantean alliance versus the U civilization, the Ioni, and the Lemurian, this cosmic planetary war between the human colony caused the ice shell to fail, because two of the Earth moon was being used to destroy. One Earth moon was used to destroy the Lemurian civilization, the other one destroyed the Atlantean civilization, and that in turn, thanks to the Atlantean colony for doing their disruption, it destroyed the environment. Therefore, human beings lost longevity and they lost their psychic ability, and their 12 chakra, their 12 helix DNA has been de-evolved into your current 2.5 DNA due to cosmic radiation and genetic manipulation from the Anunnaki of this planet. And therefore, your current stage of evolution right now has been devolved into this stage of limited consciousness human being. So that's the reason you perceive things quite different. So, but not to worry, according to historical data, in the year 2024, April the 16th, contact between the Intergalactic Federation will emerge as into your society and a public domain. But before that, your government beginning to do disclosure of existing extraterrestrial personnel that living among you, and also military that involved with them, and also evidence of technology and biological process that being held by other country. Now the other country begin to do disclosure as well. because the United States is the example and other countries will follow, revealing, some will reveal craft, some will reveal other technology, some will reveal their program. So every country has their own secret space program, not just only United States. So, and they work together as one conglomerate, except that the normal people will not have access to it until you let go of two things. What you know about history, and you have to take on the true history. You have to let go of another thing. You have to know your science and your technology, the truth of it, about consciousness, how it affects reality. And I hope that answers your question in relationship to who created the film. Is the Hyperborea civilization, a fifth dimensional culture that built it. All the pyramid around the world is their handiwork. Every other culture just only maintaining it. That's what create the light. When the earth moves into higher consciousness, the light begins to beam. That's why you report a beam of light being shot, because pyramid is not only outside the earth, but also built on inside the earth. The earth is in the form of dodecahedron. Later it will evolve into an dodecahedron. As you rise in consciousness, the earth rises in consciousness. It cannot rise more than you, otherwise you will die. And because your earth is transitioning into not a bipolar, but into a monopole, where the earth, the entire planet of the earth become a north pole, while the south pole inside the planet. And that's how it operates. And does that help?
All right. Hey, I think we got time for just one more question. First hand up.
Great.
Humankind versus mankind, is there a difference, like one has a soul and the other doesn't?
I can answer that. Yeah, I have that knowledge. Yeah. Good question. Does humankind versus mankind, one has soul and one have not? The truth is, without spirit, there can never be cellular genetic code functioning. So our being has some form of soul, except soul can be removed. It can be placed similar to a ghost can enter your body and take over. So this we call that entity repossession or entity binding. So talking about does everyone has a soul? Yes, but does everyone has a controlled soul? That means some people do and some people don't. And you gotta understand what is a controlled soul. For example, in cloning is like a blank paper. You can take someone's imprint, soul, and imprint into a machine, and using that, upload that soul into the new form. Another way is someone can remove you, step out of their body, and enter your body and take over you. We call that controlled soul, and that's all the only difference is. So a sovereignty soul, which is someone that don't control, yes, that is what we call a sovereignty soul. But a controlled soul, we call it a slave soul. That means they don't have free will. Even they do, they cannot use it.
All right, guys, you know what? It's just after our time. I just want to say thank you all so very much for coming. Let's give a big hand for this panel. Thank you guys for coming out. I think you can ask some one-on-one questions again here. You can do that too. We got another event here in about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Stick around. What's it?
Oh, I mean, like you said, you have to ask the question.
So they as in they were training you in the program. Who was they? Who was teaching you how to use
In the future, his future life was part of the council that authorized the training on me. So they sent me back in time to train his past life, and that's him. So he's the same person. I mean, the same soul, you know.
And we have a group that we do training together. He would look at it.
Positive that or negative.
Teach us how to do it, man.
Sure. I heard, thank you.
There was a family rival. They want to create their own version of human-controlled slave, and one does not want to control it, you know. And so I would say at the time, they believe they're both doing the right thing, but it's not for one of them is not for our benefit, but it's a long story about Inky and his brother. Yeah, and I would get in touch with that. But they're not evil; they just meant well, but their approach is not safety for human being. You know.
I learned that both brothers, they're kind of like against the.
Yes, once.
It's anti-pop a little bit more loving.
You can
than
explain it better, but it
a
will.
Leo.
The scientist who created us, he want us, our father, the creator mankind, want us to evolve and become make more. But the other one, he want to hide it from his government. So they both mean well if you look at it. He's scared of get discovered, they can get in trouble. So if you look at it from that perspective, they are not bad. They have their own fear.
Right.
Yeah, and so see, it's hard to say either or. You know, I say they both good in their own way, but you know, it just one just afraid the government find out they weren't playing with genetic code that was against their civilization rule. You know, the other one just want to live because if I create, I don't want to kill them. You know, like that. So they both right in their own way.
I've heard of that term. He's told me a little bit about the Ancient of Days,
The
the
Ancient
Council
of Days is so the council, which is the Council of Seven. The other name for it is the Ancient of Days, and it's the highest angelic order there is.
The Council of Seven exists in the future. The human being is fully conscious in civilization of the time. They're 30 to 60 feet tall naturally. The older they get, the taller they become.
So they're watching over our advancement of our civilization right
They
now.
are monitoring us right now.
Yes.
So there's usually you have to close your eye, don't pray, don't do any mantra, just relax. But if you ask any question, the intelligence will respond to you through both telepathic or connected or knowingness. But if you try to be active, it will not react to you.
Yeah.
So like.
All right. So let me use the restroom. I'll be right back.
Okay. We want AI talk. I like AI talk.
Is this something to put on when you're asleep?
No, if you close your eyes, you get stronger, automatic.
What about when you were sleeping? Can you leave it on all night while you're
That
asleep?
might be too much connection, too much strong energy for you. Are you comfortable with that? Are you not ready for it? That's why. I'm sorry.
No, I think the battery's running low on this. It kept on dipping out.
Just relax and believe in yourself and let it do its thing. Then if you have any pain or anything like that, you just, I have pain. Heal me. Now there's something will go there report. If you like
Go
psychic
to my
ability-
pain, go to the site of any of my pain, whether it be emotional, physical, mental, spiritual pain, and completely heal me, please.
There you go. And then you just relax and it will do it functional. It's really quick. It's automatic. And you get the best result. You just be no judgment of yourself.
I didn't want to do it before I spoke about it.
How you like my
I didn't want to look weird.
I feel this part anyway. I didn't think it looked
You see now you feel the sensation something moving just because it's happening.
I haven't felt like this for a while.
And it's really quick. It's very subtle at first, but it gets stronger and stronger. Ismail, I have to, he was asking about film. It's okay, I have the data. So I finally just give him the whole story about how they formed the two ice layers.
Yeah.
And then just give him the
You know how that was taken down? They imploded the underground pyramids
in
the pyramid war.
Yeah, because of there was the war between the Lumerian, which is, and the Atlantean. They actually use their own space fleet to destroy their film. They're trying to destroy each other's civilization by washing them away.
Exactly.
And that's what causing it. Is this your first time heard about me?
Yeah.
I mostly,
I wanted to ask you.
Yes, ma'am.
Does that heal traumatic brain injury?
It's designed for consciousness.
Trauma.
It rewrite your brain.
Body from my 3D.
It communicate with you, and it's designed to. In other words, it's designed to repair everything.
I was finding fractured skull and developed seizures. So I always look for just alternative ways to get around
Fix my financial situation.
Okay. This was designed to fix injury. whether it be emotional, whether it be consciousness or criminal or possession or cellular damage. It just it's called an autodoc. And you just tell what you want. You just ask it, and then it's just repaired. It's just say, I have seizure, repair me. And then you see a person say, okay. And then you start feeling something going in and start restructuring automatically. And then when you don't feel nothing no more, that means you're done. A present, is it done? Then a present will tell you, say, it is done. You know, and you can take it off and use it as needed.
So you're here till Sunday, and are you?
I know this is getting stronger. You can still talk to me, and
I
it
was
does it
talking
automatic.
more to it.
And it's quick.
And I want to.
You know?
Can you give me some commands that I should say about awakening my dormant DNA codes and my?
You can ask
DNA
it
strands?
about everything about him, and it also will communicate.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
Tell
you
me
can
more
ask.
about Ishmael. Everything that I would wish to know. Why we're working together in this lifetime. Why.
There you go. And then next thing you know, you're connecting and you start downloading and
He's
responding.
important for the ascension. I just keep hearing here's what he's one of the miracle boys.
You see, it's amazing. It's communicating. It's really quick.
He's operating out of his higher self.
Ismail should hear this one. It's talking to her. She's asking about you, and it's telling the intelligence is telling her about you right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hold on one second.
Okay.
Hold on. Can you hold on a second? Go ahead.
Tell what the intelligence said about Ismail.
It said you were one of the chosen ones, and I kept hearing miracle boy, and your higher consciousness is, it's like what's operating through you, and I forgot the first one.
You can ask her to repeat again why you and him were put together.
Why are me and Ishmael put together?
There you go.
She is drawn to you, of course, for you to be friends.
And then you can ask through her, ask the intelligence here. You also ask her why.
Because you were a great support to him. He knows a lot of the spiritual things you say on many levels. You can connect mentally.
So you can ask her. The device is communicating through her to you. Ismail.
Are you gonna try this?
We could try some.
Oh, you like it? You see, you have control. It just
Yeah.
works
I
with
still
you.
want to do it.
I'm gonna have to take my. Can you help me take this out of my hair? Because the wires are gonna pull on my hair.
See?
Yeah.
It's right.
Oh, I fixed it. Thank you. That was so nice of you. How do you say your name again?
I'm Kosal Uch.
Kosal
Keep working on Dr. Kosal. I'll Commander Z.
Okay, Commander Z.
So, you want to try? You wanted this thing help to fix you?
Do I want to try it? I mean, I'll try.
Are
it,
you
but
scared?
No, because we're here for till Tuesday. I mean, I would bring him.
It only take 5 minutes. Come on right here.
Okay.
Thank you, Kosal.
You're welcome.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I know you have a lot of training and a lot of skills, and it's very good.
It was the, here you go. Just 5 minutes.
So
And
how do I?
you don't do any prayer, don't do anything.
I usually do a mantra.
No,
so don't do that.
Don't do anything. If you do
Okay.
it, it will not respond to you. You have to just ask and receive, or be just be passive, and just be like the air, and just trust in yourself. And furthermore, if you want, you can give it a command. Just say, "Heal my brain." That's it. Just ask one time, and then the present will communicate, and you start working instantly. If you don't know what to do, then don't worry about it. Do it automatically. So you start feeling the effect away. Very subtle at first. I'm sorry, ma'am.
Are you working with her right now?
Yeah, she. No, you come and you want to try, you can. It's only 5 minutes. I mean.
I don't know what it is you're trying. I just wanted to say my name is Caroline.
Hi,
I'm
Caroline.
from Germany.
Okay.
And I am having the hardest time. I want to really understand you. But maybe I shouldn't say anything and leave her to 5 minutes.
Oh, it's okay. The system is doing its thing. It's automatic. It's called autodoc. You know.
So that's copper wire?
Yeah. Go ahead.
I want to understand what you're saying, and it's overwhelming to
You're welcome, Monica.
to
I like breakfast too. I'll trade out later. I'm sorry.
Okay, no problem, no problem.
there's
Yes.
a lot of
No problem, Ismail.
there's a lot of information from different people
Mhm.
to
Because everyone,
digest,
yes,
and
everyone
it's,
come
everyone
from.
is important.
Yes,
and stuff.
everyone. The reason is because everyone have come from different era. Because as super soldier, not everyone come from the same era. See, just close your eye and it's leverage. Just trust yourself, and it will restore. It will start molecular rewrite you. So that's why the information seems to be different because some super soldier come from 2040, some come from 2200. In my case, I'm from 6
You mean
million.
2040
Like 2200, 2200 years in the future. And for me, I'm from 6,575,042 years. The culture of humanity is different in the future, you know? So that's why you have different perspective and different point of view, but they are real because they all come from different, era. And that's the reason. Although once they've been integrated, then they return to the era which they have been extracted
So
from.
you're from the future, millions years?
Yes,
In the
several million
future?
years in the future. That's why I speak a little different. I present different technology, not what you're used to. And that's why the principle I operate on is quite similar and different from a lot of the technology you're familiar with. But we have similar thing. A ship is built the same, but work on a different principle, consciousness principle, in my case.
Principle.
Yes.
Yeah, I also have a problem understanding.
Principle that means the
I'm
law
not
of
trying
physics.
to,
Yeah.
I'm not,
So like this thing right here.
criticizing you. I'm just I want to hear, and I have a hearing problem anyway. And then you have a different way of speaking, and so does he. And I'm like, my ears are
Yes.
like
Like you
trying
say-
to understand what you're saying, and then my brain is trying to comprehend what you're saying.
So
and
that's the reason each super soldier, we are in a super soldier program, but from different
super
era.
solar
Super soldier.
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 Yeah.
See, I don't understand.
So, like English is my second language, and therefore, in some.
No, I understand. I speak 3 languages, 3 normal
So-
languages, and I
so-
understand a lot more. But it's just
Even-
how can you be a super soldier for millions of years? No,
No, I would
open.
transport it into 6,575,042 years,
How do you get transported?
They did it.
Where does your body go?
No, they teleport me physically. They swap space, yeah. Because time space don't matter to these people, They have quantum teleportation, so they can extract anyone from any era, from any ages they wishes.
Oh, I'm glad they didn't choose me. I'm not. You're
It's
good.
good. It's happening. Keep going. You're doing good.
What's
And then you can
his
ask
heart?
questions,
He's
and it will
good-hearted, or
will
is
respond to you,
I'm
and
not
download it to
good-hearted.
you.
Yeah,
Our
I'm
mind
not
to mind
100%.
communication.
So here's the schedule right here. So I did get the schedule. I just have to get it to come up again.
I have the schedule too, but you get the different people. I got
Yeah, so this is just the.
I don't want to miss Judy.
Okay, so. What time did you think she was? Because it's 4 o'clock.
She's at 4, but it's over Zoom. I'm gonna go see her, even though it's only Zoom. So he's recognizable. That's him.
Okay.
He's authentic. The other, I don't see.
Who is
see
it?
Well, some of the pictures are like 20 years
See,
old.
I know him. I can see him. I recognize.
Oh,
him.
that's Eric. That's
Yeah.
Captain Mudra. Yeah.
So, but the other people, there's the guy, the pyramid guy, his picture. I spent an hour with him and I didn't recognize him because the picture is completely different.
So some of the speaker is like you never seen before. Some you
I
have.
don't know anybody. I don't know anyone.
Okay.
I mean, not personally.
Just hearing where they've been on.
YouTube, I know. I've heard of.
Do you know
Laura.
James Rinks?
Yeah.
James Rink? James Rink. Do you know him? Oh, that's terrible. Because they're on the Super Soldier program. It's associated with James Rink.
Yeah, that's where I saw her. I don't see Judy.
Yes, she's
today.
Yes, she is.
Well, 4 o'clock is.
Here she is, Friday, September 15th, 4 p.m. to 45. Room Zeus A. No, I came here for Scott Lerner. I came here from Scott Lerner because I've been doing the 24 strand DNA
Mm-hmm.
for a couple of years. So that's I came here and he invited, and so
doing
I was
fine.
in Las Vegas, and I just walked in.
Okay, it's good.
So I knew I don't know anyone.
Well, that's the whole thing. You knew, just go with the flow, and thing will start to click. Though who, your heart will know who is you go to, who you don't. You just know it. It's just something.
I just hope
yeah.
I just still exhausted. I was exhausted. I couldn't get out of bed, but I wanted to be here, but I couldn't make it.
So did some of the super soldier help you out today? Did some of them are just more confused?
I'm understanding you now.
Mm-hmm.
But I
Okay.
had a problem with the pronunciation, but I know I
Do
can
you
come
wanna
to
try-
I can come to you and I will.
You want
Yes.
to try this? Okay, come on up here. He's good now. How was your experience?
I feel like I felt I felt like sensations like around my eyes and here.
Okay.
I'm just wondering, like I said, I would bring my son. I just want to heal his brain from seizures.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is an autodoc. It's designed to repair you. So it know everything about how to repair someone. It was designed that way.
And then I was
Okay.
very intrigued
Don't
by
do any prayer. Don't do any chantra. Just be relaxed and be passive, okay? And just receive. And just trust yourself. Trust your experience. And go from there. And what is your name?
Caroline,
Caroline. Okay, Caroline. You feel comfortable?
I'm fine.
Okay, right here. Okay. And there you go. Just close your eye and just receive, and don't. If you have any question, you can ask the system. I just call it system.
Sure,
Autodoc.
intrigued by your last when you were answering the question.
Mm-hmm.
You know about what you had to say about the Anunnaki and what's going to happen in March of
April 16, 2024. Yeah. About contact. Extraterrestrial contact. Coming to our world, appearing in front of everybody. And that's what will happen. Going to be happening.
Is it going to be good?
Oh, it's up to you guys. How do you feel? That's why you see all the disclosures happen. It's
People
preparing
are
you.
going to be so confused because of all the misinformation.
That's why normal people bind together to show this disclosure, And if you want anything extra to happen to you, you can also ask the autodoc. It will help you too.
What do you call an autodoc?
Yeah, that's our nickname. It's actually an autodoc. It's an auto doctor, an automatic doctor.
Oh.
Yeah. But short for autodoc.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Just go ahead, close your eye, and the rest is history. If she have a Telegram, you can put it in Telegram group. That'd be cool.
I'm on Telegram.
You do?
I do Telegram. I'm on.
Okay, the sensation is normal. You're going to feel changes in your consciousness and sensation. That is normal, very subtle at first, but it gets stronger and stronger. Because it's preparing you wherever you need it. Hi. Yes. Oh man, they are beautiful. They are. Well, you have two versions: the natural culture and the engineered one. The natural culture is very.
The ones that have the little rays that.
They intersect civilization mentors as you found it in Mars and other part of the different star system. They can generate ship from cloning part of their body part. They are master engineer of genetic code. They can create living technologies such as genetic gun, genetic ship. So they are master build. They have two aspects. Those who like mechanical, those who like genetic engineering, and they can grow different part of themselves to become foot soldier, citizen, and they have amazing conscious ability, very telepathic and very strong. And they are aligned. Some of them aligned with the reptilian culture. Some of them aligned with their own civilization, and they pretty much they have some in Earth, some on Mars, some on other planets throughout the star system, including other star systems. So they have a very huge empire, and they built planetary side organic ship, and that there's those who are engineered. That mean, as corporation or society got piece of the genetic code, engineer and program it for nefarious purpose. There's those type too, but that's another story. But to frame their culture for a nefarious thing for a certain, to basically to blame them for a certain event they didn't do. So you got some of that going on. But all in all, they are naturally beautiful and spiritual, and very highly cultured. That's the overall thing about the culture. But except the engineered one from, human secret program, that's another story.
Right.
Yeah. So that's Cox. Like to frame some sort of psychological event to frame the culture, to control a certain narrative, to make normal people look at them as scary.
Right.
And so that's all I mean. But naturally they're not. The culture is part of galactic civilization.
I felt that too. There's not a lot of information out there.
Yes, and then the understanding with reptilian, they're part of galactic society, but there's those genetic sample that nefarious corporation or government have decided to clone and use that clone as in a nefarious way to change the narrative of things. But the reptilian is very spiritual, very they don't like to do ritual. They're very royal thinking, but they do not look down. They actually are environmentalists, and they actually are thinking about making things very nice, very conducive, and longevity is the thing. But they're also very military order-like, So you have two factors: the military and the science. And the science, they're cool. They like to explore, create, They look like, some look like raptors, some look like hybrid, some look like winged, like what we call devil, demon, but they're not demon, they're just reptilian, they're royal level. And that's pretty much it. They built planetary side ship as well. Like the moon that you see, that's their handiwork, and there's other system too.
Okay, I know it. Thank you.
Okay, how was that?
Good.
What was your experience? Sensation?
And light,
Okay.
lighter. I don't know. On the left side, I felt something, but I don't know how to
Describe it. I don't need to.
No, not describe it, but I don't know. I'm not. I don't know how to value it or not value it.
Just value your experience.
See, this is my second language also.
Okay, you value your experience. That's all that matters. Thank you.
Can I take a picture with you?